Hello everybody, this is going to be a quick gear flash of my PC build. Starting off with the case, everything is housed in a Corsair Vengeance C70 case. I decided to go for the Arctic white rather than the military green. I just prefer the look of it. On the front panel, I've got power, two USB 3.0 ports, and a reset button with a cool little safety flap just in case the reset button does get pushed. Below that, I've got a Blu-ray optical drive, and below that is the Asus Republic of Gamers overclocking panel. This allows me to monitor things like my CPU temperature, fan speeds. It also allows me to actively change my fan speeds right from the panel rather than having to go into the BIOS. The same thing goes for overclocking my CPU. I can do it straight from the panel rather than having to go into the BIOS. Now, before we get into the guts of it all, I'd just like to show you the back side of my case. It's got a great cable management system that really tidies up the inside of your case. You don't have any of these wires hanging out, kind of cluttering up the inside of your case. Aesthetically, it's a whole lot more pleasing, and the panels come off, the side panels come off very easily. All in all, this is a great cable management system. Another cool component of this motherboard is that it's got built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. This is really good for me considering I play games on my PS3 controller using the DS3 tool. Before I used to do wired method, but now with built-in Bluetooth I can just hook up my PS3 controller right to it. You don't have to buy a Bluetooth dongle or anything like that. It's really great. Okay, so moving on to the guts of it all. So, starting off with the motherboard, we've got an Asus Maximus 6 Extreme. I really like this motherboard. The BIOS is super user-friendly. It's a great motherboard. Comes in, once again, like I said, built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. For the central processing unit, the CPU, we've got the Intel i7-4770K. It's running at a stock speed right now of 3.5 gigahertz. I've messed around with some overclocking. I'm just figuring out some cooling configurations right now before I get too heavy into overclocking. Our RAM right here, these two sticks, we've got two 8GB sticks of Corsair Vengeance DDR3 RAM. It's running at 1600 megahertz, I believe. Could be 1300. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 1600 though. For our GPU, graphics processing unit, video card, graphics card, whatever the heck you want to call it, this is the EVGA GeForce GTX 770 Classified Edition. So rather than most 770s that have that sort of Titan look, this one has dual fans underneath, and I find that it keeps it very cool. I like the look of the Titan style for the 770, but the card's not a Titan, so why get a Titan look-alike? Power supply unit, we've got the Corsair HX 1050. You need to have a big power supply unit if you want to have very powerful components inside of your computer. I'm also thinking about going dual graphics card at some point, so I'm going to need the power. Moving on to the hard drive trays, I've got 3 hard drives in here, 2 solid state, 1 mechanical. 2 of the solid state drives are Samsung. One of them is 250 gigabytes, the other is 120 gigabytes. The 120 gigabyte I use for my operating system, some of my key essential programs. The 250 gigabyte is partitioned in half so that I can use one half as a cache for After Effects and Premiere, Photoshop, everything like that. And the other half is some simple storage as well as some of my other programs, and I think I have a couple games installed on there as well. The mechanical drive is a 2 terabyte Western Digital Black Caviar. It's the fastest writing speed, I think, out of Western Digital's mechanical drives. It takes a few seconds if you haven't accessed it in a while for it to boot up and load everything, but it's still fast write speed and everything like that. It's great. Okay, that was my PC build video. I hope you tech heads out there enjoyed it. If you're thinking about building your own PC, I definitely suggest that you read into the main components of a computer, look into what parts you'll need to meet your needs for your game station and workstation. Other than that, have a good day, everybody. Take care.